mental level, physically, and spiritually as well. I have a very, very special friend that I have become really, can everybody hear me in the back? I have a very, very special friend that I have become really, really good friends with over the years that's helped me heal on all levels. I asked him in the last couple days if he minded if I shared his information with him, with you guys today. And he said, by all means. I also have tools that you can use that's available to each and every single one of you every single day, God willing, that you can implement to help you heal on all levels. Would anybody find that of value to you?
Yes.
Okay. How much would you be willing to pay?
Millions.
You say, who said millions? All right, thank you. I'll see you later, okay? This does come with a price, people. Anybody want to hear what it's going to cost you?
Time. Yes. Time. Time.
Yep. Belief. Number one, you have to believe. Number two, it's going to cost you about 5 minutes of your time every day. Is anybody willing to do that? Mm-hmm. Number three, you have to be willing to want to be healed. Now, many people I have learned over the years, I was an X-ray technician for over 20 years, and through all my medical knowledge and experiences and everything, I have found over the years that not everybody wants to be healed. Especially at Christmas time, if you're ever in a hospital around Christmas time, you're extremely busy. People are lonely, people feel depressed, sad, and they need that extra attention. I'm not here to judge you. That is a decision that you have to make, whether you truly want to be healed. Make sense? How many of you are under a doctor's care or prescription medication right now? How many people haven't been to a doctor in over a year? Wow. You guys looked around, over half the room was under a doctor's care, and only 2 people haven't been to a doctor in the last year. As I mentioned before, I was an X-ray tech. If you're under a doctor's care or taking prescription medication, I'm not here to judge you, and I'm not here to tell you not to do it. You each have to make your own individual choices. I just chose, after I know so much about the medical field, I don't want to ever go there again. Although, I will say, after 10 years, I finally went to a naturopathic doctor about a month ago to find out everything's okay, imagine that. But I had some issues that I will explain to you later. I do want this to be an interactive class, so if you have any questions, comments, please speak up. I will give you a break in about 45 minutes here, so you can go pee-pees. If you got questions for me, I will be available to, if I don't get to you in the class, to be up here to answer your questions at that break, and then after the class. I'll let you out a little bit early. Questions? I am a very, very firm believer in all the universe has to offer us. I feel that from the beginning of time, people have worshipped the sun, moon, stars, sunlight, sunsets. Does anybody actively go out in the sun, moon, or starlight now to heal themselves?
No.
Wow. Quite a few of you. Good job. Proud of you. People have been using the sun. Can you imagine how long we would live if there was no sun? That's how powerful the sun is. So why don't we implement it into our life to help us heal? I feel that one of the reasons that we've got away from worshiping the sun and all the other elements out there is because of political and spiritual religious powers to be. What do they like to do to us so they can remain in control?
Scare us.
Exactly. Instill fear in us, right? They want to be in control, and I'm not here to debate religion by any means, and I'm not here to debate your doctors, okay? I'm just saying over the years it's gotten to be so that they instill fear in us that they can remain in control. Did anybody ever wonder why all these diseases came into our lives?
They created them.
Yes.
I'm sorry?
They created them, the political and the religious, through fear.
Somebody else had a comment back there?
I think we create it. People, us.
Yep. You're all right. My brother contacted AIDS in the early 90s. How many people really knew about AIDS in the early 90s? Not too many, right? That's when I started wondering, where did AIDS come from? And then it got me thinking about all the other diseases. Where did cancer come from? And on and on and on and on and on. And he wasn't gay, he wasn't a drug user, it didn't matter if he was. He just got it. I feel that what's happened to all of us over many, 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 many years is that we've kind of gone into the dark ages. Back at the beginning of time, look, did people have houses? Did they sleep in shelters that had a roof over it?
No.
Did they work in factories and all these dark places? What did they do?
Work the fields.
They were outside all the time, right? Then, here comes factories. To me, I think that's the dark ages. Because, has anybody here ever worked in a factory? How was it?
Awful.
Exactly. Wonder how healthy that was for you. Did you
Product
get,
of our environment.
I'm sorry?
I said we are all a product of our environment.
Exactly. Did you contact any diseases or anything by working in that factory?
Yeah, I had chronic bronchitis from the dust
Yep. Where was it?
in California.
I'm from Canton, Ohio. A lot of factories back there. So, here comes the dark ages, here comes the factories, here comes the buildings, here, everybody now is living in houses. Does anybody in here don't live in a house? Does anybody not have a roof on their house? Okay, so here comes all this environment that's entrapping us so that our souls, our spirits can't breathe, can't heal itself. Also, 100 years ago, maybe a little bit more than 100 years ago, is there any cars on the road? Go back a couple more 100 years before that. Anybody know of any guns around? Guns.
Yeah, we were done. 200 years ago.
About 500 years ago.
Maybe cannons.
500 years ago? Really? I don't know my history, so I'm not going to debate that. But what do you feel is the deadliest weapon out there right now?
Solution?
Thoughts, our own fears.
Let's go material.
Prescription drugs.
I love you.
That's true.
Tobacco.
Anybody else have a guess what the deadliest weapon is out there?
You're right.
How about your car?
Pollution.
Emissions.
How about your car? Anybody ever been in a car accident? Doesn't it hurt? I've had 13. And then I just had one recently, somebody ran into the back of my car. I wasn't in it, thank goodness. Almost there. Is there anybody in here who doesn't have a car? Okay, look around. Nobody raised their hand. Those are very, very deadly weapons. Each and every single one of you are holding a lethal weapon in your hand when you get on that road. And maybe you might be the most careful driver. But how about those other people out there? Anybody ever had road rage? Felt it or received it from somebody else? It's not pretty, is it? So these are things that I feel has happened to us that has started causing the diseases. How about Ebola? How did that start? Anybody got an idea? I don't have a clue.
I Googled it, bats,
Yes.
bats, and that people in the bush eat bats, bat meat. That was one reason. But it comes, bats convey it,
Okay.
carry it.
But how do the bats get it?
I don't know.
See what I'm saying?
In a
This is-
laboratory.
Huh?
In a laboratory.
It could be.
Yeah.
Who knows? There's so much going on out there that we're not aware of, and it's hard to say what is
Thank
going on.
God.
Huh?
Thank God we are aware of it.
Exactly, we go nuts, right?
Eating.
So, these are the reasons I feel that all these diseases that has been caused throughout the world, and we're gonna continue to see more and more and more and more, right? Anybody disagree with that? That has caused us harm and hurt. So now, what can we do to counteract that? For you that hasn't been to a doctor forever, what do you do?
I just feel that I've inherited my mother's genes.
You got
I
very
just
pretty
feel good
skin.
all the time.
Good,
I
good.
hadn't been to a doctor in 18 years.
Wow.
And then we moved here from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And my husband needed to have his knee replaced. And so he needed a family doctor. So I thought, maybe I should go, just so I have a family doctor in case something happens.
Right.
Well, you start going to them and they have you running everywhere. I had to have a mammogram, I had to have something tested here. He said, I think there's some blockage there or something. I had it done, the doctor who did it said, don't lose any sleep over this. I had to have a bone density test. He said, there's something in your right hip. I was swimming 1.5 miles 3 times a week. And then he wanted me to have a colonoscopy, and I thought, yeah, that's the next thing. They're gonna break through my intestine. Nope, and I've never been back since.
I was gonna say, did you go back?
Nope.
How long ago was it that you went, 18 years ago?
18 years, and then I saw this doctor. And
Just
now-
recently?
About 5 years ago.
Okay. When your doctor was telling you all this stuff, negative, how did that affect you at first?
Well, I thought maybe he could be right,
Right.
so
You got more of a Minnesota accent than
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
But nothing showed up, so
Good for you.
I don't believe in all
Is there
this
anything special that you do to help keep yourself healthy?
Oh, when I start feeling a little run down, I take vitamins. Yeah, I used to take a whole bunch of herbs and stuff like that, but I don't feel any better if I take it or if I don't
Right.
take it. So,
Thank you for sharing. How about you, lady in green?
I do some supplements, I do meditation, I spend a lot of time outside in nature.
And how long has it been since you've been to the doctor?
It had been 4.5 years, and I did what she did. I thought, oh, I probably should find a doctor just in case. And he freaked me out the first day, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do this, so.
Thank you for sharing.
Just on the flip side of that, for me, I've had screenings done, and it's a good thing, because things have been caught early enough to take care of them, and
Right.
they're here today.
Right.
You know?
That's the other side of the coin.
It
That's
is.
why I say
I'm a screening.
you each have to make up your own decision what works for you. If you feel like you need to go to make sure everything's okay. that's your choice. You know, there's times, my friends up here have had surgery here lately, and sometimes you just need to get that out. Now, what is the one thing, first of all, that you feel you can do to begin to start healing yourself? Something that we all do every single day.
Mind, think properly,
Be positive.
think healthy.
Think positive.
There you go. Okay. Let's do a little different twist on this, though. How about your breathing? Okay, we all do this. Just take a minute, close your eyes, and just study your breathing for a second. Is it long and deep, short and shallow, or just what you would consider average? Okay, go ahead and open your eyes. What'd everybody get? Average. I'm sorry, who said shallow?
How do you know when average is? How do you know when average?
That's a good question.
I know when, like today, I feel that it's smooth inhaling and exhaling without interruption in the rhythm. But there are days I'm very well aware that I'm breathing choppy,
Right,
irregular,
right.
you know.
Most people have a tendency to do that, or just a normal basis. How many people here meditate regularly? When you meditate, do you take in slow, deep breaths? It is a proven medical fact. The slower, deeper breaths you take, the faster you will heal. So, let's close your eyes for just another minute. Concentrate now in bringing in a real slow, deep breath. Very, very slow, very, very deep. And now one big exhale out. Take in another real slow, deep breath. And exhale out. Okay, open your eyes. How does that make you feel? Are you feeling more relaxed right now?
Mhm.
You know, a really good time to do this, if you don't feel like you have time doing it during the daytime, and not everybody wants to take time to, you know, try it at night before you go to bed. Anybody in here have a problem sleeping? I'll give you another exercise in just a minute to do that will help you. But before you go to sleep at night, especially the older we get, the more we get on our minds, right? Da, 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 da. So if you take a few minutes to take in the slow, deep breaths and exhale out, it will help you. Number 2. How many people feel they drink enough water? Anybody know how to do the dehydration test on yourself?
On the skin?
Dry lips.
Pinch your hand right here in this fold. If it bounces right back, you're not dehydrated. If it, like I'm maybe a 1 dehydrated, so drink a lot of water. A lot of people, no, everybody's grabbing their water. All the time, people, not just right now. Again, it's a proven medical fact. The more water you drink, the deeper breaths you take in, the faster, more completely you're going to heal. Anybody have any surgery in the past year? I'm going to pick on you for a minute.
That's okay.
You had a gallbladder surgery.
A year ago, yeah.
How quick did you come out of that?
Oh, instantly. I mean, I was home in my living room an hour, 2.5 hours after they started the surgery. So.
And is there anything
And I was-
special you did so that to help yourself before, during, or after?
Well, meditation and prayer a little bit, and a little more hydration than normally. But actually, they make you evacuate everything too,
Right.
so.
Everybody hear her okay?
No.
She had gallbladder surgery about a year ago. You were home the same day?
Mhm. 2.5 hours after they started the surgery.
2.5 hours after they started the surgery, she was home. Nancy has been a friend and a client of mine for many, many years, so she's well versed in this stuff. But then you said that and I asked her what she did to prepare before, during, and ahead of time, and one of the things that she did was meditate and drink a lot of water. And I think you only took pain medication like one day?
Yeah, because I
One
didn't
day.
really feel that much pain, so I didn't continue the medication.
She bounced right back from it.
Then
So if you're gonna have any kind of a medical procedure done, take in your deep breaths, drink a lot of water. Okay? Now, what do I wanna do next? Colors have a lot to do with everything as well. White is for protection. White is also helping you close wounds. And wounds are not necessarily on a physical level. They can be emotional, mental as well. My go-to guy is Archangel Michael. Anybody ever hear Archangel Michael?
Yes,
The guy that I asked to have me help you guys with giving permission is Archangel Raphael. Anybody ever hear Archangel Raphael?
Yep.
What does Archangel Raphael do?
heal.
He's a healer.
Exactly. Do you know what color he radiates to?
Green.
How many of you taken my class before? How many of you are brand new to me, by the way? Great, welcome. It's like I feel like I'm back home with all you guys I haven't seen all summer. So, would you guys like to find out how to bring Michael and Raphael into your life?
Yes.
All right, make sure your cell phones are off. Uncross your arms and cross your legs. Close your eyes. And just take in a deep breath once again. Very slow, very deep. And now exhale out. And now this time, take in another slow, deep breath. And imagine white light coming up through each one of your toes. Up your legs, up the core of your body, up your fingers, your arms. And then make sure you got that white light concentrated in your lower back, women, neck and shoulders. And bringing the white light all the way up to the top of your head. And now, exhale out anything negative that you're seeing, feeling, hearing, sensing. And make sure when you exhale out that negativity, that you're sending it out through each one of your toes and way deep into Mother Earth to release from you. Now let's take in one more slow, deep breath, bringing in more white light and giving Archangel Michael full permission to bring in his white light of protection and to help you heal any wounds that you have on any level. And imagine this big, beautiful white light coming all the way up your body, surrounding your head. And then exhale out anything negative. Don't judge it. Don't think about it. If it's not making you feel warm and fuzzy, release. Now let's take in another slow, deep breath. giving Archangel Raphael full permission to bring his green light of healing in. So start by just imagining green light coming up through each one of your toes, up your legs, your pelvis, the core of your body, up your fingers, your arms, your neck, your shoulders. And then any kind of release you need to do, exhale that out. And now one more time, bringing in Archangel Raphael with his big, big, beautiful, glowing color of green. And imagine his hands filled with this green, beautiful light that's warm, that's loving, that's kind. And ask him to place his hands of green light, of healing, into any areas of your body, of yourself, that you feel needs healed at this time. And then as Archangel Raphael is placing his green hands of healing over that area or areas, whatever is causing you any kind of discomfort, imagine it being broken up into tiny, tiny little pebbles. And allow that to be exhaled out through your toes and way down into the center of Mother Earth. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. How'd everybody do? Did anybody not get anything? Wow. I think that's a first. Awesome. You guys are awesome. Anybody want to share anything that they received? Oh, come on. I don't bite too hard.
I've come to you before.
Yep.
I've done these classes before and your exercises, and I know what I feel like not only now, but after I leave for days and days, and I thank you.
Thank you. Clara, you want to share what you got?
Well, I felt peace. I had a new ouchie that I went to the doctor about yesterday, and it's connected to my CHF, and it's not bothering me right now.
Good. Everybody hear her?
No.
She said that she just went to the doctor. Clara's also been a friend and client of mine for quite a while as well. She said she just went to the doctor because she had a new owie. She's got CHF. And she just went to the doctor to diagnose this owie that she's got. And she said after doing this short little meditation, she feels okay right now. Isn't that awesome?
Yes.
Did you have a comment to her?
I was just gonna say that I have a small icon of Saint Raphael in my bedroom, and he is my friend.
Yep. All these angels, oh, by the way, for those of you that don't know me, I'm an intuitive angel messenger, if you didn't figure that out yet, and I'm a medium. So I talk to angels and loved ones that are crossed over almost 24/7, okay? The angels tell me all the time that we don't use them enough. And they're there to help us with anything except to do bodily harm to somebody. So if you really got it in for somebody, and we're going to deal with that a little bit later, don't ask the angels to help you take them out. I don't think you're gonna get much help. But if you need help healing in any way, here's your two main guys to go to. And we're not gonna do an angel class, but I just gave you these two main guys that everybody, is there anybody in here that feels like they can't do that? Nobody? Is everybody being honest with me? Oh, good. Good. I love it when that happens. It will cost you 5 minutes of your time. And you might have to think about it. And you have to do it. The main thing is you've got to believe. If you're stuck in, I don't need to say stuck, but if you're convinced that Western medicine, modern medicine, is the way to go and the only way you can be healed, then that's your belief. But if you want all other alternatives that are going to cost you nothing money-wise, 5 minutes of your time, here you go. Imagine now if you implement the sun in this exercise. I think I'm going to ask this question, but I'm getting old, so I don't remember everything anymore. Does anybody actively sit out in the sun to help heal themselves? Good for you! No. How do you do it? Can somebody share what they do when they sit out in the sun?
I do a solar meditation in the morning or the evening, just as the sun is rising, and I use a mantra.
Good, good. And how are you on?
It helps.
Do you do it every day?
Not every day, no.
Why not?
Lazy.
Do you have to sit where the sun hits you, or do you just sit outside where it's sunny? You
I
have to sit where the
prefer
sun
it.
hits you. The sun hits you,
I prefer allowing the sun to hit me.
so you want to see it, fully see.
What is the best source of vitamin D?
Sun.
I know.
And we are very, very blessed here in Arizona to have sun, 360 days a year or thereabouts. Now, I don't advise sitting out in the sun at noon in July. That's why I get out early. I prefer to sit out in direct sun, and if I got an alley going on to some degree, I do exactly what we talked about. I sit in the sun and give Archangel Raphael full permission. Let me tell you 2 instances, though. Years ago, by the way, I got the idea for this class, and somebody must have borrowed my book and not felt the need to give it back to me. It's called Angel Medicine by Doreen Virtue. That's how I got the idea for this class, okay? I was reading this book, and the guys are talking to me. I call the angels the guys, by the way. It's not all my boyfriends, trust me. The guys kept telling me, you're going to teach this class, you're going to teach this class. So I'm in on the computer typing things up, how I want to put this together, and I had sciatica. Anybody ever have sciatica? Do you know what the mental reason for you having sciatica is?
Stress.
Fear of moving forward. Think about this for a minute, folks. Whenever you get an ache, pain, disease, you feel any discomfort, go back and see what the mental negative reason is causing that. And that's one of the best ways you can cure yourself.
What's the name of the author of Angel Medicine?
Doreen Virtue, Virtue. So, in this book, she had a picture of the caduceus, medical symbol. This staff is the staff of life. When you imagine this in your meditations, this is what keeps you grounded to the earth. These serpents are serpents they represent DNA strands. Most, if you listen to the professionals, the people in knowledge, they tell us we only have one DNA strand, but we actually have two. And you can activate two by asking the guys for the help. And then the angel wings, right? That you're always protected. So when I was typing up for this class, I take a break, go out in the kitchen, get a bite to eat, and I can hardly move. And I hear a voice in my head saying, go out in the yard and water your grass. And I'm like, why do I need to water my grass? I can barely move. I got a sprinkler system that doesn't need water. And this is about 11, 12 o'clock in the afternoon. It was obviously not hot. And so they wouldn't let me go till I listened to them. And whenever I do readings on people, by the way, I always ask for your contact information, not because I call or harass you. These three ladies can tell you that, a few other in the room. But the guys talk to me all the time, and they give me messages for people all the time, and they won't let me go until I do what they ask. So in this case, they weren't letting me go as well. So I go hobbling outside, pick up the hose, start watering my yard. And then I heard, put down the hose. So I put down the hose. And then they had me envision this Cardassius. And what I did was the staff of light, I made it really white going down my spinal cord and the core of my body. I activated both DNA strands. And then I saw big, huge blue angel wings around me. I have no idea how long this took. It might have been 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It wasn't extremely long. And then I heard, okay, pick up your hose and go eat now. I'm like, all right. So I reached down to pick up my hose, and I'm like, something's wrong, something's wrong. And I heard, what's wrong? I go, I have no pain. So in that case, I was out in the full sun. I wasn't sitting, I was standing, I was doing as I was being directed. About a month ago, I had an issue with a friend. Anybody have any emotional turmoils with people in their lifetime?
Yeah.
Let me ask a question. Has anybody not had? All right, that's what I thought.
That's right.
That's the reason I went to the doctor, because I started getting physically ill. And I didn't realize that it was being caused from this. And then once I started putting all the pieces of the puzzle together, and yes, I only am human as well. Some say superhuman, but I am only human, and I go through my own stuff. These are all lessons that we gotta learn. So once I started figuring everything out, last Monday I got up and I had a pain right here in this muscle. In my, what do you call it, gluteus maximus or whatever, my butt. I had slept on my shoulder wrong that night. My neck had a knot in it like that. Anybody ever had that? I like to walk every morning for at least a half hour. Well, that was on a Monday. Usually I take Mondays off. So I'm like, okay, I got rest break, right? Tuesday I got up, I went for my walk, and I carry weights when I walk. I could hardly make it around the block between my butt and my shoulder. I came back and I was lazy. I didn't do it the first day. I came back and now I'm mad. I'm like, okay, Raphael, let's rock. So that day I went on my back patio. It was still early. The sun wasn't directly beating down on me. But I moved my chairs so I could get as much of it as I could. Me and Raphael talked. This went away instantly. This took a couple more days. But I will tell you, I did my very first kickboxing class too, so that might have had a little bit of something to do with it. Any questions, John?
Yes, Marilyn, can you say something about moon bathing?
Would you just wait? We got 2 hours here, dear. Don't steal my thunder, girlfriend.
Can we, when we walk, is that also, I take a walk every morning too, would that work the same?
I take a walk every morning. She asked if walking is the same. Yes. I take a walk every morning to cleanse and clear myself, to balance my chakras. For those of you that don't know what chakras are, they're energy centers. I balance my chakras. I protect myself. If anybody needs extra protection, if you're going to go somewhere where you're feeling threatened, bring in Michael and the white light, surround yourself. So I do my protection, I do my balancing, all that, and I release. And when you do your second chakra, and again, that's another class, but when you do your second chakra, that's all about relationships. So this particular person that I had issue with, guess what? I was doing a lot of releasing on that. And now I can do my kickboxing. Any other questions? Okay, couple things real quick before we take a break. Another thing I want to share with you is olive oil. How many people use olive oil on a regular basis? Has anybody been to the Queen Creek olive mill?
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
I bought a bottle of olive oil down there and it was gone in less than a week.
Try their soap.
Yeah, I didn't get any of that. Olive oil is very, very cleansing, very, very healing on the inside and outside. I'm sure all of you have heard about how the benefits of olive oil with your skin and how it makes you all soft and cuddly and everything, right? Olive oil also for us practitioners who does massage, Reiki, acupuncture, anything that we're actually physically touching people with. A lot of us will bathe our hands in olive oil to release their stuff. The olive tree, what is this a symbol of?
Peace.
Doesn't this all make sense?
She also re-energizes the magnetic field of the body.
Yep.
Because we're electric in nature.
There's many, many, many benefits to olive oil. And the last thing I want to share with you before taking a break, sea salt. If you got aches, pains, anything, take a sea salt bath. If you don't have sea salt, Epsom salts. And it will cleanse, clear, and release. And think about that, being in the bathtub, talking to Michael, talking to Raphael, doing your breathing, and being in a tub of sea salt or Epsom salts. Just don't go too heavily, you might drown. Then I'll get sick. All right, any questions? Yes,
How much sea salt in that?
a cup. Or Epsom salts works as well too.
Where is this olive oil place that you say?
Queen Creek.
Queen Creek?
Don't
It's-
ask me where I was
it's-
driven. It's way far away from me.
It's called a museum or a?
It's by Chandler.
No, it's Queen Creek Olive Mill.
Mill.
And they've got a gift shop in there, like you can, grocery, gift shop, everything.
They have a store in Kierland Commons where you can get
Oh,
all
do they?
things there.
Oh.
Nice.
They also have a store in Old Town Scottsdale.
There you go.
Not they, but there's.
I'm gonna give you guys about a 10-minute break. Again, for those of you that came in late, I do have a sign-in sheet for anybody that'd like to receive my monthly newsletters. I only send it out once a month. I don't harass you, bug you with all kinds of emails. I do have a book. I am a published author. If anybody feels like they're not prepared in the event of a tragedy, whether it be you or a loved one, you might want to take a glance at my book. And I also have meditation CDs. Okay, so go ahead and take a break.
How much is your book?
$12.